Well, ended up getting this really nice coyote caught in a set that I did not think would ever materialize. Everything about this set is wrong. I set it on sign. The coyotes was walking right on that day. There was actually some dust here, and I could see they were walking down this 2-track. That being said, we had an odd wind, and I set the wind like you're supposed to. However, it's actually more of an easterly wind, and I got away with it. The guiding worked. It was a Charlie Robbins step down dirt hole. Used a little bit of, and I couldn't drill out a hole, so I just made a mouse hole using my driver, and still took this coyote. So, super deal. Let me get this guy put down, and we'll remake the set. Well, it's about 16 degrees out, so I'll try to keep my sound the way it needs. Let's see here, right there. I got a lot of loose dirt to work with today that I didn't have the other day. I was actually scrounging up dirt. Right there. Just a Charlie Robbins style dirt hole. Let's bring in some of this soil around. It's not great guiding, but it's okay. Boy, I tell you, it gets hot, or that is hard ground. There we go. There's that. So, my drill is not going to drill through this hard stuff. So I'm just going to wobble out a hole. There we go. Get some of that dirt to quit falling. She ain't gonna take much. All right, just enough to do it. So just a simple Charlie Robbins style dirt hole, kind of amended like an RJ because I got the loose soil. So I'm gonna build it up on the side that I don't want them to walk. So I'm gonna leave the loose jaw side where I want them to step open, and the dog side of the trap closed over here. Check my night latch. Okay. There we go. And not just right yet. Okay, let me try to pound it out a little more underneath it. There we go. You need that cupped out underneath for that chain. And I put the rest of it underneath my loose jaw, and that usually works pretty good. There, I got it. Let me put my pin. I'm going to reset it because that's how the sets. I don't know. I don't think it. I like the showiness of it from the road. That's the idea behind it. Caught that coyote. We'll see if we can catch again. And I'll bring the camera around here, show you the set. But there's nearly nothing big about it other than I got a wobble hole with the bait kind of almost smeared right to the outside because it ain't very deep, and I have it cupped out for where I want them to step, and then I build up the dirt around the outside edge to create a little distance for the animal. Now I'll sweep this area out, but got that coyote done. Awesome deal, and beautiful coyote. This area has been one of my most reliable locations. 3 checks, 3 coyotes. This is the first coyote out of that location. We'll go down there. But I've taken 2 coyotes out of that one, and they just missed my set, my trap. Just missed it. I mean, couldn't have been more than a ½ inch off. And but anyway, let's head down here to this guy. Nice bottom of the ravine. And look how this trail pinches right in there. I mean, that is absolutely a perfect spot to set right there. Just a simple trail set. I narrowed it down a little bit, and anyway, we got our 3rd coyote out of this location. So super spot. Let's go and get her down, and we'll remake the set. Okay, got that coyote put down. Really a beautiful coyote. I know my shadow's here. I'll try to scoot over the best I can to show the set. Left me a Christmas present, so I'll use that after a bit. And I don't see any others. So we want to go and reestablish our trail. One of the things I want to talk about is this area is fairly wide, so I need to narrow it down a little bit. I'll show you how I do that. Nothing big. I have sagebrush here. You probably have buckbrush there. So buckbrush will work the same way as this. Let's go ahead, and as always, there's where my trap was. It was pretty narrow here, and we got dug out a little bit. That's fine. My trail is running, my predominant trail is running like this. So let's go ahead and reestablish our trail. And I got cockleburs in this one trail, so I know they're not taking that. They're taking it up this way. So let's go ahead and do that. Get this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to narrow this down quite a bit. Let me get my trap checked. You know, this trap is over 20 years old, and O'Gorman Modified number 3 Bridger. You know, you can't beat a great idea. And there's other good traps being made, but you know, over 20 years and still very relevant today. And there we go. There we are. All right. Trap is reset. Let's dig it out. Which isn't too bad. A lot of loose dirt. And when I originally done this, I really had to pound it out to get my set. As I've said multiple times, it is a very dry year. I put the shock spring underneath of my loose jaw there is what I do. So now I know where my trap is going to be. It's going to pack in nice. I'll go and get a paint cover. There we go, just a sandwich bag. I'm going to put a little dirt on it to hold it. So let's take our driver. I have to narrow this area up quite a bit. So let's take our driver here. I got some buckbrush, and I'm going to use a little bit of, first off, let's go ahead and plant. I'm going to go ahead, in this case, it's so wide, I'm going to make it into a scent post. So let me go ahead and get that in. We'll get our scent post in, which is just a clump of grass, about 8 inches out. I kind of lean it back a little bit. I just don't like them interfering with the trail. Now, I want to go ahead and put this buckbrush in to kind of cover my area. So let's go ahead and put that in. And I got some there we go. Gotta be quick before the dirt gets it. Oop, it wasn't fast enough. Let me wobble it out a little bit. That's a little bit bigger stump. There we go. Push that in and plant it. So now I narrowed that up quite a bit just with that one sagebrush. I have one for where I'm at as well. I'm gonna put one back here as well, just to guide them up a little bit. But as far as this set is concerned, I'm in pretty good shape. I have this cow pie. I can lay it over here just in additional to this side, just to keep them. They don't have anything to really do with it, but once I get the set in, it's all gonna blend back nice. So let me just push this on here because it is so loose. So dry, so loose, and I don't really need to sift it. My pan is solid, or my trap. It moved just a hair, but now it is. Okay. So let me go and brush this out. All right, that's done. Let's go ahead and do our blending. We're gonna push this other stuff up the hill, make it big. That's plenty of dirt. I'll just reestablish the trail over there. Do the same thing. Over here, I'm just gonna kick it. I got plenty of dirt. All right. So I have a big trail, a big set now. I mean, we're 10 feet or 9 feet, something like that. I'm gonna use the scat. Let's put our scat about 8 to 10 inches. And let's go ahead and get our gland lure somewhere. It's an Easter egg hunt. There we go, always on the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead here, when I'm gonna stop by the shop and get some more gland. I'm gonna put a little bit here because the wind's kind of quartering, but west is that way. So I'm gonna put a little bit right there. High Hills gland. Put that in there. It didn't take much. I don't have much, but it'll work. Coyotes have great noses. So let's go ahead here, put a little bit of urine there, a little urine right there, and I'll go and use that little twig there where I put the gland on the other side. So we got his attention. Let me go ahead here and finish my job. Yeah, having that tall grass ain't gonna hurt a thing, or that brushy grass. And let's go ahead here. Actually, I got a couple plants, so we'll put in a couple of them right in here. Just do that, just to kind of keep it. We got the cow pie to keep them honest. So, we'll put these in. Got that. We'll put this last one in. Just narrowing that trail up a little bit. There we go. So, I'll get out of the way, but we have a nice narrowed up trail. Follow me, and I'll grab the camera, let you see the whole thing. But we have a nice trail here, and coyotes ought to be able to walk right down it. So, yeah, real nice. So, coyote number 3 out of this draw.